Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So in today's video we are going to teach you how to make a USB install disk for your Mac computer. So you have to have, of course, a USB stick with enough space. You can use, I think it's like maybe 8 or 10 gig. They do tell you on the website how big you do require. But I've got a 16 gigger in here. And I just finished doing a Mojave one because I will be reloading my iMac soon with a brand new SSD drive and getting rid of this mechanical junker drive because it's finally just about had its date. It's got overheat issues that are creeping up on it, so I need to replace it before it completely goes down. So you want to go to View, Show All Devices. Make sure that's there in Disk Utility. Make sure your USB flash drive is in your computer. No matter what name it has on it, doesn't matter at this point. We are going to have to give it the name called My Volume. But you'll notice there's two drive icons that are related to the same device here. My Volume is 15.3 gig, and of course it says here 38 meg is used and free is 15.35. So you want to be on the top one. Okay? Then you want to erase. It's going to say untitled, so you're just going to go do the copy paste like I did. My Volume has to be with a capital M and a capital V, and there's no spaces between my and volume. Okay. Extended journal, do you have to have? Guide partition map, yes, so erase. Okay. Now, for some reason, this is going to go through a double eraser procedure. You're going to do it once here in the disk utility, and then it's going to do it itself when we get things going. So now it's done. We can get out of there. Now we need to go into here. Now you have to have the file in your applications folder relative to the OS you're going to do. So either El Capitan, Sierra, High Sierra, Mojave, Catalina, they're all done the same way. In our case, we do have High Sierra already in the applications folder, but to verify it, you might want to double check into your main computer, applications, install Mac OS High Sierra is here. Okay, now that's fine, that's where it's supposed to be. So now we need to go to this link here for High Sierra, and we need to select it, and we need to copy it, because this is specific for High Sierra. Okay. Next thing we got to do is we've got to open up the terminal window, and we've got to go and paste. It's going to want a password. Okay. The password you're going to use is the one strictly for your sign into your computer, not your Apple ID password. To continue, we need to erase the volume at blah blah blah. If you wish to continue, type Y, then press return. Okay, if you wish to continue, type Y. So yes, and return. Now it's going to go and it's going to erase the disk. Now this is going to take a few minutes to do, and then it's going to continue on after that. So I'll let it go and erase the disk, which it's actually now done. Okay, copy and install our files to disk. Now this is going to take a little more than a half an hour, and I don't really think you want to hang out that long. So I'm going to let this thing actually run, but I'm going to shut off the camera now, and we'll come back when it's finished at this window state. Okay guys, it finished. Only took about roughly 20 minutes. So anyway, so we're now at the stage where it says that it's already complete. It's made the disk as a bootable disk. And we're done. So at this point, we quit the terminal, and you'll notice that it is now named Install Mac OS High Sierra. What you'll see inside the drive is just Install Mac OS High Sierra. What you don't see are any invisible files type of thing pertaining to being bootable. So you can't just copy the file from applications, throw it into a drive, give it that name, and expect it to work. It won't. You actually have to create it exactly as we did. So now we're all done. We have a couple of choices. we could go into System Preferences. Now, assuming your drive is working already, and that's what we're going to assume, and you just want to reload, you can go into here and you can click to make changes. So you would type in your password, which is the password for signing into your Mac with, and then it'll allow you access to pick one of the drives to boot from. In this case, we would want to install macOS High Sierra, and we follow all the prompts from there. But we're not doing that right now. So this is a way to go backwards too, from Catalina or from Mojave. You could actually go backwards on your Mac that way without a problem. In here, let's just get out of these other windows. Now, when it gets to this next part, using the bootable installer. After creating the bootable installer, follow these steps to use it. Plug the bootable installer into a compatible Mac. Okay? Use the Startup Manager or Startup Disk Preferences to select the bootable installer, which I just showed you. Your Mac will start up in Mac OS Recovery. Learn about selecting a startup disk, including what to do if your Mac doesn't start up from it. Okay, so there's another thing. Choose your language if prompted. A bootable installer doesn't download the Mac OS from the net. Okay, it's already on that stick. But it does require the internet to get information specific to your Mac model, such as firmware updates. If you need to connect to a Wi-Fi network, use the Wi-Fi menu in the menu bar. Select Install Mac OS or Install OS X from the Utilities window, then click Continue and follow the on-screen instructions. For more information about the Create Install Media command and the arguments that you can use with it, blah blah blah, you select one of these and continue on in that way. So that's all there is to it, and now we have a install macOS High Sierra. So now we can just eject out of there. Now it only needed 12 gigs of space, so a 16 gig stick is about what you're going to need as a minimum size stick to install it. Once you've ejected your stick, now it's ready to go. Now I can label this one what it's going to be, and I can put it along with my other one. So once I get my new SSD drive, then what I'm going to end up doing is installing this direct to the SSD externally first. Then I can remove my old hard drive and I can install the new SSD with the new freshly loaded OS. Now you can actually use a program called SuperDuper as well to clone your drive. Okay, and what that'll do is everything you got installed right now, you know, like piles of programs and this and that, it can copy the entire drive and put it on even a new drive, like an SSD drive. I plug the SSD drive into my USB port, I fire up SuperDuper, I say copy from here, copy to there, boom, it does. Okay, and then once it's done, you can then take apart your Mac, install your SSD drive, and away you go. So that's another way you can do things. But that doesn't give you a freshly loaded OS. And I've also been experiencing some little bugaboos here and there with some slowdowns, and it's probably just the hard drive because it's overheating. It doesn't have sufficient cooling, so there's definitely some dust I can't get out of there without taking the computer apart. But anyways, I'm not going to chance it, so I'd rather put a fresh, solid operating system on, because right now the OS that's on here, I started out, I went to Sierra as a fresh install, clean drive, and from El Capitan, but then ever since then it's just been major updates. So it's an overlap OS of High Sierra. Then it overlapped, you know, into Mojave, and then Mojave overlapped into Catalina. So I haven't had a fresh install. So there could be buggy files here and there as well on top of things. So it's best to actually just install fresh, clean, and full operating system to what you want. Now I will be doing an overlap from Mojave to Catalina, but that's only one step. I don't really care, and it's going to be done right before I even install any other programs. I'm just going to do it like right away, so it'll be all fresh and clean no matter what. And at that time I'm also going to download the Catalina installer, get myself another 16 gig stick, and make a Catalina bootable. Anyway, so that's how it's done. Not much else I can really tell you at this time, other than thank you for watching and checking out this video. The link for the Apple website, where that information was on the page, will be in the description of the video, so if you want to create your own stick, you can follow those prompts as well. It gives you information, so in case you miss something or something else happens, well, at least you still have the website address. You can click on that, favorite that, and away you go. Anyways, catch you later, guys. Ciao.